Hey everybody, welcome back to the Clean Cuisine. Today we are going to do a yummy recipe. We're going to make meatballs. I've got everything that I need out here, so we'll go over our ingredients really quick. Now this is something when I make it, I do make a lot of it because meatballs are fantastic to freeze. We also go through them rather quickly, and I love to share food, so a lot of times I'll be giving it out to friends and things like that. So I'm actually using 3 pounds of beef right here. Excuse me, not just beef. We're doing a triad. So I've got some lamb, some turkey, and some beef, all organic. And I will be giving you the recipe per 1 pound of beef, so you can adjust it to your family's needs. You do not necessarily need to do a variety of meats for this particular recipe. I've done it with just beef. I've done it with just turkey before. It turns out great. You know, the different meats will add a different flavor profile and make that a little bit just different in taste and texture. So I like it. So here we go. We're going to start with about a small to medium onion. And I'm going to try and get it diced as finely as possible. I think the easiest way to peel an onion is to go ahead and cut it in half. It makes peeling off that top layer a lot easier. You just kind of set that aside. And just kind of pull that off like so. And the other things that we will be using today are some eggs, some garlic powder, only because I happen to be out of garlic, which is a shame. So we're going to be using garlic powder in place of that. I'm also going to be using some sea salt, some Worcestershire, and some Italian seasoning. And we are a gluten-free household, so I've got gluten-free breadcrumbs. If you're doing the whole 30, you could certainly replace that with almond meal. If you are not gluten-free, you could use certainly any breadcrumb of choice. So you've got some versatility there. I'm just dicing my onion. And if you notice, if you're not familiar with dicing onions, I like to go through, oh, this one's falling apart on me, so it's not going to be a good example. But I'll go through and make my slits like so, and then 1 or 2 times horizontally, and then I'll just go like I'm slicing normally, and then you'll have your diced pieces ready to go. It makes chopping your onion a lot easier. Okay, so we're just going to add in all of our ingredients and mix well. So we've got our 1 medium onion diced. And again, remember that the ingredients I'll put up are going to be per 1 pound, but I'll just ramble these off as I go. Right, our eggs. Alright, for 3 pounds of meat, I am going to add in 1 full cup gluten-free breadcrumbs. I'm going to add in, if I can get this open, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to add in our sea salt. Our garlic powder. And about, having trouble getting things open today. For this, about 2 to 3 teaspoons of Worcestershire and a little bit of pepper. My thing is broken, I think, so might have to skimp on the pepper. But there we go, we've got all of our ingredients in there, and I'm just going to mix away until it's well incorporated, and then we will get these on a sheet pan. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn my oven on to 350 degrees and get that preheated and started. Alright, so I've got my meat mixture completely incorporated there. It's good to remember anytime you're dealing with any sort of ground meat whatsoever, you don't want to really get in there and play with it too much. You want to just try and fold the ingredients as best you can, incorporate them, and then let it be. Because the more you play with it, the tougher your meat gets, and that's no bueno. So this is such a lifesaver for me for my meatballs. I use just a regular old ice cream scoop, and I will scoop one full spoonful or one full scoopful for each meatball, and then I kind of just place it on my sheet pan I have here with the Silpat, how do you say that? Silpat? Whatever those darn things are, they come in handy. Or you want to put down some aluminum or some wax paper so your meatballs don't stick. But I don't really worry about forming them just yet. I mean, they kind of have a nice dome shape as is with this ice cream scoop. And I kind of like to leave them that way. So I might just form them just for a second or two, each one, before I throw it in the oven. But I love this scoop because it keeps things really consistent. So that way your meatballs cook consistently. And, you know, gives it a nice shape. So you don't have to get your hands too dirty. And I will put on here about 20 per sheet. I like to squeeze my meatballs in. Get as many as I can per sheet. That one I got a little much. And then we will put them in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. So then I'll just go back, like I said, and I'll just make sure that these are shaped nicely. But for the most part, the ice cream scoop does all the work. I don't play with them too much more. And looks like this batch is ready to go. So here we are, guys, after 30 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. They're delicious. I love using the combination of the lamb and turkey because they don't render as much fat, so they're not sitting in a puddle of grease. But these smell amazing. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, The Clean Cuisine, look under the spaghetti squash and homemade marinara sauce for delicious, easy sauce for these guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a thumbs up if you like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.